I have been on a bit of a journey myself with my mental health since having our twins, and we had them in October 2021. We knew that there were resources like yourselves, but I was really hesitant to reach out to that kind of clinical setting again, knowing that we were now a family of five. We were having some issues with sleep, but not the same ones that we had been having with our daughter, because we knew kind of the sleep techniques to use this time around. And so the boys, they're now nearly 3, and we've had some good and some bad sleep experiences with them. But the predominant thing that led us to get in touch was their feeding has been really difficult. So we've gone through patches of not really sure what's keeping them up at night. They're still drinking milk from a bottle, but there was a lot of refusal of food, and we'd already had some investigations into why they weren't eating, and why they were choosing not to eat food rather than sort of like they have a preference for the bottle, and there was no health reason. I think I just so I got diagnosed with autism and ADHD in October last year, and I'd just been on a bit of a journey with depression and anxiety, not quite coping with everything. So we were getting more stressed and more stressed and more stressed, and I was desperately searching one night just for help. I knew about QEC and it's local to us, so I was like, oh, I'm just going to reach out and see what they can sort of offer. And then I did the self-referral thing, and I think it was Sarah called me shortly, like a few days after that, and just chatted to me about what options were available. And she sort of said, yeah, sounds like the some support in the home would be more helpful. And so yeah, we just went from there. The intake call with Sarah was brilliant. She was just human about it. She was kind of um she was showing a lot of empathy. It was a phone call, obviously, and so she was showing a lot of empathy towards my situation, and that I felt that she was considering me as a mother with experience. So she wasn't sort of writing off my concerns as something that, oh, that's just what happens with kids kind of thing. It was more like, oh, yeah, that's something we can work on. And if these are the issues that you're having, that's totally, she was almost like normalizing it, but also saying that it is, if it's a problem for you, then it's a problem, and we need to kind of see if we can have some sort of advice or support that we can offer. And then I had a phone call from Leah. It was very positive. All of it was very positive, and I felt um, almost relief from the moment I spoke to Leah, because I really liked her approach and I was very comfortable talking to her about everything. Going through some of the planning sessions with the goals at the beginning were quite good, because it sort of solidified what we wanted to achieve. One of the main things for us was to settle into a better routine as a family, and Tracy made some routine charts for us, which were just really helpful. It was always a very flexible approach. It was we can do whatever you need to fit in with the family needs to get the goals and the changes in place. They're always put out when someone new comes into their environment. So that wasn't strange to me, that they were a bit like, what's going on here? But I think that the more impact was probably seen and able to be measured in how they kind of responded to the techniques that we were able to employ during the whole time. So we actually had a bit of family illness while we were in the program, so we couldn't have Tracy visit, but I was still able to have phone calls with her. And so their participation, the boys' participation, was probably more through me. So I was able to give them, I guess, a bit more structure around their day. And, they responded really well to all of it. So I think even if they had no idea what was going on,
Yeah.
they were responsive and they enjoyed it. And there were little things like Tracy bought some dinosaur toys with her when she came to visit, and they really liked that. And she bought them some stickers to go with their routine chart. And then as soon as they saw the routine charts, they were just having a lovely time because there's little Velcro dots that she'd made for them, and they were just sticking them everywhere. And yeah, they definitely had a very positive experience.